Jai Hind all. I Neeraj Sharma, Assistant Professor EC Department at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. I am here to present the video lecture for few complex topics for the subject microwave and radar engineering, whose subject code as per the AKTU scheme, that is KEC 074. This is the final year's departmental elective subject, and it is the I have already recorded one lecture for complex topic as in a transmission line. So where we have discussed the transmission line, there is a part, because as per the curriculum which has been given by university, so it will have the transmission line in this micro and radar engineering subject. So we have covered there. Now I am going to cover one interesting topic for the microwave components, like junctions. So for that I am here presenting the lecture for the subject magic T. So this will the topic I have chosen now. Okay, that is very interesting topic as per our curriculum, and also the many questions may arises regarding this topic magic T, like something what is going in different, what is going on like magical. So that's why its name is become magic T. So for this analysis of this topic I am now covering in this lecture. So for that, before moving ahead, just I am starting with the concept of this EH plane T junction. Basically the name which I have stated in the first slide, that is magic T. It is nothing but the combination of E and H plane. Okay, this is the combination of E and H plane T junction. Basically these are the junction. So we are using, if we are using in the form of E, so it is simply known as E plane junction. If we are using in the form of H, so it will simply the E junction. Okay, so here you can see in this diagram, these two pictures are showing here, in which this one is the, it's an actual prototype diagram which we are generally prototype which we are using in the lab for this subject, and next one, that is this geometrical diagram. Okay, so here you can see that it's simply a 4-port device. Like as per picture you can see here, this one port, this is another port, this is another port, and this is another port. So total there are number of port in this magic T, that is the 4 or EH plane T. So this is one first port we are considering here, this one is second, this one is third, and this one is 4. So how it will forming? So for that point of view, we are just combining the two ports, two junctions E or H simultaneously, or the combination of our EH, so it will become EH plane T junction. E plane, if we will discuss E plane or H plane, both these two junctions are, what is this? These two junctions are 3-port junctions. These two, E and H, both are 3-port junction. These have 3. So how it will forming? So for that point of view, what we are doing, we are simply considering an a waveguide whose port is like this one. We are considering this one port, this port, let's say 1, it's port 2. It's simply a waveguide we are considering. So it will name as simply collinear waveguide. After that, when we will make a cut along this length, along this side, and we are attaching one another like this one, we are connecting another waveguide. So in this way it will become the 3-port. So like this one structure as you can see here. So it will become H plane T junction. So this waveguide which we are connecting with this main waveguide or collinear waveguide, we are attaching, so it will become the H plane combination. When we are connecting, when we are making, this is simply a waveguide, and we are connecting on the upper side waveguides, upper phase, we are making a slot and attaching on another waveguide, so it will become the combination like this one. Okay, so just like this one combination, as you can see here, this one. So it will become E plane. It will become H plane. So simultaneously we are studying the characteristics of E and H simultaneously. Okay, so it will become the EH plane T junction. So now first of all we will analyze this EH plane T junction, then we will assign its name. After the analysis we discuss about its some facts, and on that basis we will named it EH plane as a magic T. So we will see in the at the end of the analysis of this. So first of all we are discussing with the analysis. So simply in this structure, rectangular slots are cut along the width and the breadth of a long waveguide, and side arms are attached as shown in figure. These two figures as you can see. So this will be the simply a combination that I have already discussed. So in this port 1 and port 2, this means this one port and this one port are collinear arms, while the new one port 3 is called H arm, which we are connecting along the side, and if we are connecting at port 4 from this side, so it will become E arm. So as you can see in the diagram. Okay, so this is the simply a combination of E plane and H plane T, and this will also called as a magic T, or sometimes it will be known as a hybrid T, but generally it will named as a magic T. So why it is become magic T EH named as a magic T, so we will see later on. So first of all we have to go through for the characteristics of this magic T. Okay, so magic T has the following characteristics. First one we will discuss one by one. If two waves of equal magnitude and same phase are fed into port 1 and port 2, the output will be 0 at port 4 and additive at port 3. That means what? If we are applying input here and here, so nothing will be coming out from this port 4, but these output at port 3 will be the combination of 1 and 2 input. Next one, if this is the another important fact, point number 2 and 3 for the analysis of magic T we will use. So here what is stating here, that point 2, if a wave is fed into port 3, that means this one and this one combination simply. So here if we are applying in this side, okay, so port 3 if we are applying any input, so it will be divided equally between port 1 and 2. That means if we are applying here, so power will be going through this end, port 1 and port 2, but nothing will be coming out at from this port 4, okay, not appearing at port 4. So that means, it means what? If, because when we are going for the analysis of this magic T, either we have to go for E plane, H plane, as well as we have to go for the directional caliper or something. So main important the analysis for these ports at the microwave frequency based upon the analysis of its S parameter. Okay, this means scattering parameter, that have these parameters are used for the analysis point of view of these magic T. Okay, so because for when first of all moving ahead, just I want to say few points for regarding this S parameters. So when we are going for the analysis of this S parameter, so how many number of parameters it will be have? It will have. So for that point of view, it will simply a square matrix will be, square matrix has been created for the S parameter, okay, for magic T or T plane, H plane, and it will depend upon the number of ports. So magic T have already 4 ports, okay, it will have the 4 ports, okay, so it will have the 4 ports. So scattering matrix which can be generated for this magic T or EH plane, that is the order of 4 cross 4. That means S11, S12, S13, S14, S21, S22, S23, S24, S31, S32, S33, S34, S41, S42, S43 and S44. So this will be the complete matrix for this magic T now. Okay, so we can now define in this way. So what will happen when we have provided the power at port 3? Okay, so that means what will happen here? So when we are entering the power from this port, so it will be coming out from this port and this port, the port 2, but nothing will be coming out this port 4. That means when we are applying input 3, so nothing will be comes out at 4. So that means S34, the S matrix S34. So S43 means what we are applying from 3 and what we are getting at port 4, it will be 0. So this S43 is 0. Again, if we are fed port, this means if like this combination we are giving here port 4, 1 and 2 we are getting with equal magnitude and opposite force, because it is the characteristics of E plane, but nothing coming out from port 4. So S34 will become 0. Means these 2, 3 and 4, port number 3 and port number 4 are isolated with each other. Okay, the main conclusion we are getting from the analysis point of view from this point number 2 and point number 3, that means S43 should be 0 and S34 will be 0. Now again, now we will move for the analysis point of view. We are now moving to the analysis point of view, this EH plane T junction. So since it have the 4 ports, as I have already stated here, this one, because of 4 ports here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this will be the 4 port junction. So it have the 4 ports, so its scattering matrix S matrix is of 4 cross 4 order. So it can be write like this. So we are writing here for the scattering matrix for the analysis of EH plane, we are writing here S11, S12, S13, S14, means what we are giving at input port 1 and what we are getting with reference to this 1 at 2, 3 and 4. So we are just simply writing here like this, S11, S12, S13, S14. Similarly, if we applied at port 2, so what we are getting at 1, 3 and 4. So S21, S22, S23, S24. Then S31, S32, S33, S34, S41, S42, S43, S44. Okay, so this is the scattering matrix of 4 cross 4 order we have now write up here, create here. Okay. Now, then we are moving for the analysis point of view, this EH plane. So for that point of view, our aim is to just find out the values of all these 16 coefficients. These 16 reflection coefficients value we have to calculate. Okay. So for in the order, initially it have the properties of E and H plane. First we have already known that. So for that point of view, we are using the H plane T junction. First we are considering means port 1, 2 and 3 part. That means this one. This part we are considering for H and this part we are 1, 2 and 4 for the E plane. So for because of H plane T junction, so as per its properties, what it will stating for the scattering coefficient, that S23 equal to S13. That means if we are applying any input at port 3, equal and same phase output, equal magnitude and same phase we will get at the port 1 and the port 2. So this means S13 and S23 coefficient, these two will be equal. So S13 equal to S23 because of the H plane, applying at port 3, getting the same output with the same magnitude and same phase at port 1 and port 2. So this is the conclusion from this H plane property. And when we go for the E plane property, so from that we are what, if we are applying at port 4, so we are getting output at port 1 and port 2 with same amplitude but opposite phase. This will be the characteristics of E plane. So we are considering here S24 is equal to minus of S14. Okay, so we are now getting from the properties of E or H, which is the combination of these two we are using for EH plane. And similarly, another 3 and 4 port, if we are in the last previous slide, we have already seen that if we are giving from port 3, nothing we are getting at port 4. If we are applying port 4, nothing getting at port 3. So from that point of view, S34 is equal to S43, it will equal to 0. Here we have now considered. Clear? After that, now our aim is now what? We have to make this analysis. It means what? And one other isolated and one another thing that we are using here, port 3 and port 4. How we are creating this? We are simply keeping an let's say main waveguide. One is attaching here by making some methodology, and one is attaching here. So our aim is to fix these two another waveguides with this main waveguide in such a way there should be no reflections at the matching point. That means our aim is to provide the perfectly matched. So we are trying that, we analyze that, we conclude that the port 3 and port 4 which we are attaching with this main waveguide, so these should be perfectly matched. Perfectly matched means what? Nothing will be coming out from, so no reflection will be created at these port 3 and port 4. So that means what? S33 and S44 will also 0. That is our main starting as per the construction that we have now decided for the analysis of this magic T. Okay, so now what we are doing, so what we will get, the port 3 is perfectly matched and also port 3 and 4 perfectly matched and also isolate with each other. Okay, again now we will use the property of S matrix, like S symmetry property we are using. As per the symmetry matrix, what it will say? Sij is equal to Sji. So that means S12 is equal to S21, S13 equal to S31, S23 equal to S32, 34 equal to 43, 2442, S41 equal to S14. So now after that we are applying all these results into this above matrix. Okay, so this matrix will become, it now looks like this one. S is equal to S11, S12, S13, S14, S12, S22, S13 minus S14, S13, S13 0 0, S14 minus S14 0 0. So above last matrix, it will now looks like this matrix will now looks like this after making all the properties and the of this structure as well as the using the S matrix property. After that, it is also a lossless network, and we are using the unitary and the zero property simply. So unitary property will say that S into S conjugate, it will equal to I. Okay, so we will now do the next part. We will perform this operation now, unitary. So after that we will get these 4 equations. We are getting the 4 equations, that will S11 mod S11 square plus mod S12 square plus mod S13 square plus S mod S14 square equal to 1. So we are getting these 4 equations like S12 square mod plus mod S22 square plus mod S13 square plus mod S14 equal to 1, mod S13 square plus mod S13 square equal to 1, mod S14 square plus mod S14 equal to 1. So these 4 equations now we are getting with the help of this matrix. So after that, now when we will solving equation number and 3 and 4, when you will solve, so this is what 2 mod S13 square equal to 1. So S13 and S14 will become 1 by root 2. it is the value of this S13 and S14. Similarly, when you will solve the values for equation 1 and 2, so we will find that S11 equal to S22 because S12 cancel out, 13 14 will cancel out, so remain S1 equal to S22. So now we will reach here for the analysis. After that, from equation 1 we will get the value of S14 and S13. So and S11 is equal to S22. So from equation 1 we are able to calculate the values. So here what we will get from equation 1, S11 square plus S12 square equal to 0, and it will equal to, when we will do the further analysis and zero property when we will apply, so we will get this S11 is equal to S22 equal to 0 as well as this S12 is equal to 0. And if this S12 is 0, so as per this one, this S21 will also 0. Okay, because of symmetry. So what will happen here? So it means what? S11 is equal to S22, its value is now will become 0. So what is its meaning? Similarly, if we will recall the analysis point of view, when we will see that 3 and 4 are perfectly matched, so this S33 S44 equal to 0. So here what we will get as the analysis of from the analysis of this S matrix, what we are getting that the S33 S11 and S22 both are 0. That means what? Nothing will be reflected from this port. So these means port 1 and port 2 are the perfectly matched. That we can conclude. So that here written here that this means that port 1 and 2 port are perfectly matched to the junction. So hence if any 4-port junction, the one another content, before moving ahead, just I want to remember one thing, remind one thing that S12 is equal to 0 and S21 equal to 0. Means if we are giving at port 1, nothing getting at port 2, means we are getting at port 3 and 4. If we are applying port 2, it will getting at port 3 and 4, nothing at port 1. So it is the meaning of this equation, S12 is equal to 0 and S21 is equal to 0. Okay, it means what? We can conclude that this port 1 and port 2 are isolated with each other, like S33 and S34 and S43 will be 0. So the 2 points we are getting here, the port 1 and port 3 are perfectly matched and both are isolated. Okay, so this means we can conclude that hence in any 4-port junction, if any 2 ports are perfectly matched to the junction, remaining ports are automatically matched to the junction. This will be the conclusion of this analysis of this EH plane T junction. Initially what we have considered that port 3 and 4 are perfectly matched, but automatically, but we have not made this comment for the port 1 and 2, but analysis what we will get, port 1 and port 2 are isolated with each other. Okay, or perfectly matched. It will become automatic process. So this will be for any 4-port junction. So this, it will be something like magical. So means we are making perfectly matched only 2 ports, remaining 2 ports are automatically gets perfectly matched. So this magic, it will be treated as a magic. So this EH plane T junction will named as a magic T. So substituting all the values, we are getting this S matrix is equal to 0 0 1 by root 2 1 by root 2 0 0 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 1 by root 2 1 by root 2 0 0 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 0 0. Okay. So now next, so when we will getting the analysis, again we will get the analysis from the equation of this S matrix. B is equal to S into A. B is the output port and S is the scattering matrix and A is the initial what we are providing. So 4-port, it can be written as B1, B2, B3, B4, and this will be the S matrix for the magic T and the input value A1, A2, A34. So solving this, we are getting the 4 equations of that. B1 is equal to A3 by root 2 plus A4 by root 2, B2 is A3 by root 2 minus A4 by root 2, B3 is A1 by root 2 plus A2 by root 2, and B4 is equal to A1 by root 2 minus A2 by root 2. Okay, now we will consider the 4 cases for this. First of all, we are discussing this case 1. Case 1 now we will discuss. Okay, so in this case, what we are stating that if we are fed the power for port 4 only, means we are giving at port 4 power. So what will happen? So when that means your A4 is not equal to 0, rest of the port input values should be, we are considering 0. So what will happen in this case? B1 is equal to A4 by root 2, B2 is minus A4 by root 2, B3 0, B4 0. Means it is what we are getting. We are getting output at port 1 and port 2 same amplitude but opposite phase, and nothing we are getting at port 3. So that way this is the property of E plane. It will also verified from this equations. Case 2, let's say same equations B1, B2, B3, B4 will be remain same if we are now giving power at port 3. That means A3 is not equal to 0, A1, A2, A4, let's say it all, these all are 0 here. Clear? Now after that, putting these values, B1 equal to A3 by root 2, B2 is equal to A3 by root 2, B3 0, B4 0. It means what? If we are giving power port 3, means HR we are giving, we are getting the same power at port 1 and port 2 with same amplitude, same phase, but nothing we are getting from port 4. So this is the property of H plane. It is also verified from this analysis for with the help of this S matrix of EH plane. Again, if we are fed power at port 1 only, okay, so what we are getting? If we are giving 1, so we will get port 3 and port 4 output, nothing will we get from port 1 and port 2. So what will have? B1 0, B2 0, B3 this one, B4 is A by root 2, B3 is also A by root 2. So nothing power coming from port 2, so port 1 and 2 will become isolated. Here again, if we created the equal power fed from port 1 and port 2, that means A1 is equal to it equal to A, and A3 and A4 should be 0. So in this case we are giving, so port 3 we are getting the same additive power. So what we are, B1 equal to 0, B2 0, B3 A by root 2 plus A by 2, means power is getting, power is adding on, and port 4 B4 should be 0. Okay, so this is the analysis we will get from this magic T. Next, the applications of this magic T. This one another important topic for this magic T. For most of we are using it for measurement of impedance. Magic T we can use as a duplexer, and magic T we can use as a mixer. Okay, so in this way what we are doing here, so first of all we will see this diagram. You can see magic T as a duplexer, magic T as a double feed power, unknown impedance measurement using magic T. Okay, and we will using the magic T as a mixer. So we will now see one by one all these 4 applications. So first of all we are considering the measurement of impedance. So for that point of view, what we are doing here, so in this you can see here we have connected the source at arm 3, microwave source we are connected here, port 3, null detector at port 4. Okay, standard variable impedance Z1 at arm 1, means this here standard variable impedance we are connected here, and unknown impedance whose impedance this Z2 value we have to calculate. So we are connecting it at the port 2. So the reflection coefficient we are also considering for from port 1 and port 2. Let's say for reflection coefficient of first arm Z1 whose amplitude its value is rho 1, and another port 2 its value is rho 2 we are considering. Now when we will apply the power from this source, port 3 we are applying the power, equal power from port 3. So equally divided, this power equally divided between port 1 and port 2. So let's say we have introduced power A3. So here going power A3 by root 2, A3 by root 2. When it will reaches to the port 1 and port 2, so again its power will be, if it is not perfectly matched, then what it is, some power will be reflected back. So let's say the power which is coming from this port 1, that is A3 by root 2 rho 1 power multiplied with the reflection coefficient. Similarly, A3 by root 2 into rho 2. Okay, and this power will now reach to the port 4. Okay, so what will happen? It will here net power is reaching there port 4, that is 1 by root 2 into A3 by root 2 rho 1 minus A3 by root 2 into rho 2. And when we will solve, so it is the null detector at port 4, so this power will become equal to 0. So what will happen? A3 by root 2 rho 1 minus A3 by root 2 is equal to 0. So when we are simplifying this, so it will become rho 1 is equal to rho 2. After that, rho 1 is equal to rho 2, and the reflection coefficient formula is simply ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. Z0 is the characteristic impedance. Z1 is what? As we can see, that is the standard variable impedance that you can vary, or Z2 we have to calculate. So in this formula, reflection coefficient will become for the port 1 Z1 minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z1 plus Z0, and Z2 minus Z0 upon Z2 plus Z0, because of the formula that we are using, ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. So when you will simplify, so it will become Z1 equal to Z2, that means R1 plus JX1 is equal to R2 plus JX2, R1 equal to R2, X1 is equal to X2. So this means unknown impedance can be measured. It will equal to Z1, but we can correct it by standard variable in such a way that the bridge will become impedance, and both impedance should be become both impedance will become equal. So the unknown impedance can be measured by adjusting the standard variable impedance till this bridge formation become balanced. Okay, and both impedance will be equal. So in that way we can calculate the impedance measurement. Some another techniques will also we can use for the calculation of this impedance matching for impedance measurement, like slotted line or some others. Okay, so but here our as per magic T, we can solve calculate measure the value of this impedance in this way. Next one, that is the magic T as a duplexer. So duplexer is simply a device which can use simultaneously bidirectional device, which you can use simply as used as a transmitting antenna or as well as a receiving antenna. So for this point of view, we are connected the configuration in such a way, as you can see from this figure. So here transmitter is connected in arm 2, receiver at port 1, antenna is connected at port 4, and the port 3 is connected with magic load. So in this way you can use this magic T as a duplexer. So here it will provide a bidirectional communication over a single path. Next, magic T as a mixer. So here in this way we can use this magic T configuration as a mixer. So for that point of view, port 2 we are connecting the port 1 with mixer, port 2 with mesh load, port 3 local oscillator, and port 4 as an antenna. So for that point of view, half of the local power and half of the received power from the end goes to the mixer, where they will be mixed to generate some output. So here power with coming the frequency Fin, and here the local fixed power that is coming for the frequency of F0, and it will mixed with it because it is perfectly meshed, so nothing will be reflected back. So these two will be going to the Fin antenna frequency, and this power from this local oscillator will be mixed to reach to the mixer, and mixer will perform their mixing operation. So we can get some intermediate frequency Fin plus minus of F0 by this formula. So this will be the property of mixer. So it will give its F1 plus minus in the additive or subtractive form. So intermediate frequency you will get, that is Fin plus minus of F0. So this is the application of magic T as a mixer. So this is the information regarding the magic T and their analysis verification and their application. Now I have tried to cover in this lecture. So thank you and Jai Hind everyone.